Brenda's children's time up here kind of confirmed that to me of what they were and why. But before we get into that this morning, I want to ask you a question. And you don't have to answer it out loud or nothing else, but just think about it. Why are you here today? And you know, for some of us in all of reality, it's probably because this is just what Sunday is. We get up and we go to church. And for some of us, that's probably about as far as it goes. For others, I hope this morning that you came looking to get something. I hope that you came this morning looking to find something from God, or looking for God to touch your life in some way. And you know, even if you came this morning just because it's what you do on Sundays, God can still touch you this morning. You just got to be willing to allow Him to. And you know, so many times we do get routines in life, and this day is the day that we go to church, and then we get up tomorrow and we go to work, and maybe we have a set day we go to the grocery store, and we just get in these routines in life, and you know, that's good that we can get in a routine, but sometimes God wants to break us out of our routine. So this morning, maybe God's wanting to break you out of the routine that you're used to. That you come to church and you sit here and you listen and you get up and you go home. Maybe today God wants to break that routine and He wants to touch you in some way today. Whether it's a change in your life or just a change in your relationship with Him, whatever it may be, God wants to touch every one of us in some way today. So the question of why are you here today? I hope that your answer is for God to touch my life. Amen. For God to touch my life in an amazing way. For God to change me. For God to make me into a better person. Because you know what? As good as we may be, we're still got room to improve. No matter how much we may know or how good our relationship with God is, it can still get better this morning. We have to want for it to get better. We have to want to grow closer to God. We have to want to know more about Him. We have to want our Christian relationship to be stronger each and every day. Scripture that we'll read in just a minute comes out of the 2nd chapter of the book of Mark. And Brenda, during her children's time, was talking about just do it. And these two words that have really stuck out to me are follow me. And you know, I thought about that as she was up here this morning, that God, He looks at us and He says, follow me. And so many times we're hesitant, or we have too many questions, or we're not sure, or we just want to question everything that goes on instead of just do it. You know, I think this story here in Mark chapter 2, starting in the 13th verse, it says, once again, Jesus went out beside the lake. A large crowd came to Him, and He began to teach them. As He walked along, He saw Levi, son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax collector's booth. Follow me, Jesus told him. And Levi got up and followed Him. We're going to stop there for a minute, but here's what I think is really cool about that to go along with today. Is Jesus walked by Levi and He said, follow me. 2 simple words was all that He had to say. And Levi didn't say why. Levi didn't say where. He didn't say how come. It says he got up and followed Him. You know, but I can speak from my own personal experiences, and many times whenever God talks to me or leads me in a direction or tells me something, I begin, the whole 20 question game. Why, God? Why do you want me to do this? How do you want me to do this? How come? Why do I have to? Why can't it be somebody else? Why do I have to go? Why can't Rodney go? Why can't he do this? I begin to ask a lot of questions instead of just doing it. And being like Levi, get up and following God. Because also over in the 1st chapter of the book of Mark, Jesus walked by some fishermen, and He said, come follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. They got up and they went with Him. Levi asked no questions. The Bible says he got up and went. We read on there, it says, while Jesus was having dinner at Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners were eating with Him and His disciples, for there were many who followed Him. When the teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, saw Him eating with the sinners and tax collectors, They asked his disciples, why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners? On hearing this, Jesus said to them, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. So, there's more than one instance in the Bible of while Jesus was walking on earth that he got questioned about being with sinners or eating with sinners. Another one that most of us know is about Zacchaeus. That Jesus went to Zacchaeus' house and he had dinner with him. And people questioned, why are you hanging out with sinners? And he answered that question really well here. He said, it's not the healthy people who need a doctor, but it's the sick people. So Jesus says, I'm going to reach out to people who need me. Today Jesus don't walk on the earth like he did back in these days, but it's our job to spend time and go out and to reach out to the sinners and say, hey, Jesus simply wants you to follow him. And that's what Jesus wants from every single one of us that are in here this morning. Jesus wants you to get up from wherever you're at, and he wants you to follow him this morning. And your walk with Jesus may be a lot different than my walk with Jesus. Nobody's walk is going to be exactly the same. We're all going to face different things in life. We've all got different things that we're good at. We all have talents that God has blessed us with. And sometimes the hard part for people is just figuring out, what talent do I have? What does God have for me? And I think sometimes we've got to do some trial and error. Sometimes we just got to give something a shot. See if it works. If it don't work, we can move on. We haven't lost anything. But God doesn't call you to sit in your seat. If God called us to sit in our seat, he wouldn't have told Levi, come follow me. He would have left him sitting there. God's got something for every one of us to do. So when he called him and he said, follow me, and Levi got up and went, he began a great life with Jesus. Even though it was short, there was a lot of things that were accomplished in the time that he was able to walk with Jesus. There was a lot of work that was done. So you know what? It doesn't matter if a person is 95 when they get saved or if a person is 5 when they get saved. And whenever God calls them and says, follow me, if they get up and go, that's the important part. And there's people in the world today, and we're all guilty of it at some point, that we like to look around and we like to judge people. We like to look at them and say, hey, well, I saw what he done, or I saw what she done, and I don't do anything near as bad as what they're doing, so I must be better off than they are. You know what? There should only be one person that we ever compare our life to. Only one. And that's Jesus. We should compare our lives to Jesus. And let me tell you something this morning, myself included. If we really stack up and compare our lives against Jesus, we're probably going to feel really, really bad. We're probably going to find out just how horrible we actually are. But you know what? What is so great about that is it don't matter how we are, it matters how Jesus is and that we've allowed him to come into our heart. Because his mercy is better than anything. No matter how much junk or nasty stuff that we have in our life, God's mercy is greater than all of it, and he's able to cover it all and to wash it all away. The Bible says that if we'll turn our hearts over to God, that he will cast our sins into the depths of the seas to never be removed again. Now other people, they're still going to remember. Friends from your past are still going to bring stuff up. Because you know what? They see a change in you. And they see a smile on your face. And they see that it's something is different about you. But they don't have that. So there's some jealousy coming out. And they say, well, you're not any better than I am. I know what you used to do. But the key word there is used to. Because whenever Jesus comes in, Jesus makes us a new person. Whenever we get up and we follow him, we become a new person. It's not that maybe we look any different. It's not that maybe we walk any different. But there's things that change in our life. We have different priorities in our life than what we used to. Because our priorities now as a child of God are keeping our eyes focused on him and walking with him each and every day. I've heard preachers get up and say it's easy. It's not. Sometimes it can be hard to keep our eyes focused on Jesus because there are so many distractions in this world. There are so many things that we want to turn to, and there's things that we just want to just go do or try or whatever instead of focusing on Jesus this morning. And then when things begin to go crazy in our lives and things get rough, then we want to say, God, why did you let this happen? And you know what? I can just see Jesus sitting there saying, took your eyes off of me. You quit looking. You begin looking at the things of this world instead of me. You begin going out and venturing out on your own instead of looking at me. You know, how much different would life have been if Levi would have just continued to stay in his seat? If he would have just said, Jesus came walking by, Levi sat at this table, he says, follow me, and Levi just sits there. How much different would Levi's life have been? Because let me tell you something this morning. There are many of us in this room that God is coming to us, and Jesus is walking by, and he's saying, follow me, and all we're doing is continuing to sit. And that's for every aspect or any of us in here. It doesn't matter if this is your first time here. It doesn't matter if you've been a member here since the beginning. It doesn't matter if you're one of the elders or the pastors of this church. Wow. If God is saying follow me, then he wants you to get up and to follow him this morning. Right. He doesn't want you to continue to sit in your seat. And you say, but I'm already this, I'm already a teacher, I'm already doing this, or I'm already doing that. And you know what? God looks at us and he says, but there's so much more. There's so much more I have for you. Jesus says there's so much more I can give you. You just have to want it. You just have to get up out of your seat and follow me. Just do it. You know, I've shared with people when I'm preaching 100 times. And I was right there the day that Richard announced his calling to preach. But you know what? Whenever God called me to preach, I know I made several comments along the lines of, God, just give me anything else to do. Right. Anything else that you want, I'll do it. Just not that. And I watched my friend back there struggle with it for a while. Because you know what? He didn't want to step out and say yes either. So he fought with it. And finally he stepped out and said, okay. He got up and began to follow. You know what? I can tell you from my experience that when I finally got up and began to follow, it was like the whole world was lifted off of my shoulders. It was like I'd been completely set free from the chains that I was in. Because you know what? God, he was calling me and he was saying, follow me. But I just continued to sit in my seat. When I got up, my life changed. My life became so much different because now I was being obedient to God's will and what God was wanting from me. And my life became better. Yes, I still faced all kinds of problems, but God began to bless me. And God began to show me what kind of life I could have if I would just simply follow him. And you know what? That has nothing to do with being a Christian. That has to do with every single person sitting in here this morning. God's looking at all of us, and there's something going on for you today. There's something that God is talking to you about today, and he's just simply saying, follow me. But you just continue to sit in your seat. You just continue to sit in your seat and let Jesus walk right on by. Whenever all you have to do is get up and go. Just do it. No. Jesus said it's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. He said, I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners. Listen, Jesus don't want you to be a good person. He's not looking for you to be a good person and for you to have everything in your life in order. That's not what he's looking for this morning. He's not looking at you and saying, okay, well, your life's too messed up for me to use you. He's not looking at that this morning. He's looking at you and He's saying, I see what's inside of you. Jesus doesn't look at the outward appearance. He doesn't look at the things that we do. Jesus is looking down inside of you this morning, and He's saying, I have something special for you. All you have to do is follow me.
Let's do it.
Yep. See, you don't have to be righteous. You don't have to have all things in your life in order. You don't have to have everything going good for you. Jesus can use you at whatever point of your life you're in. Jesus can use you no matter how messed up you may think you are. Jesus has something for you. No matter if you think you're the worst person in this world, Jesus still has a plan for you. Because Jesus is looking down inside of your heart this morning. And He's seeing something that everybody else in here cannot see. Jesus sees something inside of you that nobody else is seeing. And He knows that if you'll just get up and follow Him, that He can help you to become something amazing. That He can help you to reach out and touch other people. You know what? One of the coolest things in the world is if you ever get to sit down and talk with somebody and lead them to Christ.
Come on.
You say, well, I don't know enough about it myself. You know what? I'm going to be really blatantly honest about that. If you don't know enough about it yourself, it's your fault.
That's right. Wow.
Because you know what? We have God's Word. God's Word will tell us anything that we need to know. And I've heard people tell me before, well, you know what? I read the Bible, and it means absolutely nothing to me. I don't understand it. But you know what? I think so many times that when we read the Bible, we don't want to understand it to begin with. We read it just so that we can tell somebody that we read the Bible. Or you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read all the way through this Bible in 1 year. And we begin to do it. You know how many times I've tried that? And I get stopped in like Genesis. Because you know what? I find something that interests me and I get focused on it. And then I'm like, okay, it's been 9 months and I'm still in the first book. I was going to read through the entire Bible this year. But here's the thing. It's not about reading through the Bible in a year. It's not about seeing how much we can read in one day. It's about digging in and letting God speak to us through His Word. You know what? If you're not understanding things this morning, maybe you need to talk to God about it. Maybe you need to ask Him to reveal it to you. Maybe you need to talk to God and just say, God, just lead me in what you want. God, lead me to where you want me to be. And Jesus is saying, just follow me. Just follow me. You know what? I can remember as a kid, I can remember going rabbit hunting with my dad. I can remember times when we were rabbit hunting, there'd be, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow on the ground. So as a kid, I wanted to try and stay in his footsteps. Because my boots didn't get near as wet that way. Because he had already made tracks. But then something would catch my eye. And I would veer off on my own path.
Wow.
Then my feet would get wet. And I'd get cold. And I think about the same thing with God this morning. Jesus is saying, follow me. And you know what? If we'll stay in His footsteps, life is amazing. Because we see all the good things that He points out to us. Yeah, there's still bad stuff going on around us, but the good outweighs it.
Yeah.
But then as we're walking in those footsteps and we start getting distracted about the things that are over here, we're like, hey man, I would like to check that out. So we start walking this way. Jesus is still going that direction. See, here's the deal. Jesus never left us. He's still on the same path. We chose to take a different path. So you know what? Let me tell you this morning. If that's you, if you just chose to take a different path, you know what? It's no big deal because Jesus, He's still on the same path that He was on. It's not changed. He's still walking down the same path this morning. So all we have to do is return to that path and begin to walk with Him when He says, follow me. You know what? We've all heard the saying, it don't matter how many times you fall in, it matters how many times you get up. I fell down so many times in my walk with Christ. Sometimes I just fell down, and you know what? Sometimes I just kind of ran away. Well, one thing that I know for sure, because I've experienced it, is God has never turned me away. God has never looked back at me and said, no, I'm done with you. He's always been standing there with open arms, waiting for me to come running back. You know, this morning, some of you may not understand it. I can remember preachers saying it before I ever became a preacher, and you know, I was like, these guys are crazy. But there's sometimes that when you're up here and God is speaking to you and you're just looking back and God begins to reveal things to you and you know, this morning there's somebody in here that's dealing with something that God is saying, hey, I can take care of it. All you have to do is follow me. I don't know who you are, and that's not important to me. What's important is that I know that God is speaking to you this morning, and I know that God is saying, follow me. So all you have to do is get up out of your seat and begin to follow Him, and He's going to take care of whatever's going on in your life this morning. See, because let's be more like Levi was. Levi didn't ask any questions. He just got up, and he began to follow Jesus. You say, but it's hard. But I don't understand it. You know what? We get way too caught up on, I don't understand. Let me tell you something about God. God is way more superior than we are. We will never even begin to understand all the things that He understands while we're here on earth. And that's where that word comes in. 5-letter word, faith. I may not understand it, but I trust it to be real because I have faith in my Father. You know what? The Bible gives us a little glimpse of what heaven's going to be like. I never saw it with my own eyes, but I trust it's going to be amazing because I have faith in my Father. You know what? I've never, with my own eyes, seen hell. But I trust because I believe my Father that hell is going to be horrible. That it's going to be a place that's going to be full of torment. The Bible says weeping and gnashing of teeth. So you know what? While I'm here on earth, I'm going to do my best to tell people about this man named Jesus who simply says, follow me, because I don't want anybody to have to face the horribleness that I know that hell's going to be. And it should be every one of our job as a Christian in here this morning to be sharing with everybody else that, hey, you know what? There's one man who simply says, follow me. Like I said, if we would just follow in Jesus' footsteps and keep our eyes upon Him, then this life would be a piece of cake. This life would be so easy if we would just follow in Jesus' footsteps and keep our eyes fixed upon Him. But you know what? There's this other thing. Satan never gives up. He fights at us all the time. He tries to throw things in between us and Jesus. He tries to get us to say that we don't believe. He tries to get you to realize that he tries to get you, whenever you hear God speaking to you, Satan, he's in there too, and he's saying, that's not really God, that's just you. not really God. That's just you thinking something. Why would God say that? I can remember during the time that God was telling me to preach, and you know, Satan was throwing in arguments all the time. Hey, you can't do this. Hey, you don't like to get up in front of people. Hey, you don't like to be around big crowds. Hey, you don't like to do this. And you know what? I still don't like to do that. But with God, He takes care of it. He makes a way. I know for some of you it's really hard to believe that I was shy at one point in my life. But I used to be. All the way up through high school, I was quiet. I was shy. I didn't say a whole lot. But then God, whenever He said, follow me, and I got up and began to follow Him, God changed something in my life. Because I got stuff I want to share now. I don't care to get up here in front of 100, however many people are in here this morning. Because I know that I'm not getting up here alone. I'm getting up here with God. Now, if I had to get up here on my own, it would be a different story. But I know that I'm getting up here with God, and that God is the one who is speaking to everybody out here this morning. And if I would just get myself out of the way and allow His words to come through me, then God will convict somebody this morning with His words. And you know, sometimes we look around, and I won't be done in this morning. And I don't think I'm the only preacher that's ever done this, but I know there's been many times that I've got done preaching and got in the car to go home, and I thought, I'm a single person went to the altar. What did I do wrong? How did I mess up? But you know what I've learned in the 10 years or so? I've learned that it's not about people coming to the altar. Because you know what? Not everybody gets saved at an altar. Not everybody comes and prays at an altar. Some people do it sitting in their seat. Some people do it in the car on the way home. It's not about how many people that comes up here and prays. It's about me allowing God to use me to plant seeds. Because the Bible talks about one sows the seed and one waters. But God does the rest. So you know, this morning, when Jesus said, He walked by Levi and He said, follow me. Levi got up and followed Him. Well, this morning I'm going to ask you if you will stand. And if Jesus is walking by you this morning and He's saying, follow me, all you have to do is get up and begin to follow Him today.